Recently, I bought a sealed box of 1980 Panini Rock and Pop stickers. This 45-year-old box features iconic musical talent from the 60s and 70s and is one of the most recognizable music products in card and sticker collecting. One of the great things about this rare box is it should yield about 3 full 144 sticker sets of 1980 Rock and Pop. This particular box was printed in Italy and distributed in Australia. The challenging thing about this box is it has 150 packs, and I have to figure out a way to open all 150 packs, show you what's inside of them, and then edit this video down to way less than an hour so you don't fall asleep. Well, I did it. I actually got it down to less than 50 minutes. That's still a pretty long video, so grab a snack, grab something to drink, sit back and relax while I show you what's inside this legendary $1,800 box. Before I get ahead of myself, my name is Reed, and I've been collecting rare music cards for over 30 years. I searched the globe for hard-to-find music cards, both vintage and not-so-vintage, to add to my always-growing collection. I don't consider myself an expert at any of this. I'm just a guy with a camera enjoying this crazy hobby. Feel free to come along every Sunday where I'll post a new video showing my inside look at how I go about growing my collection. Welcome to collecting music cards. So what we have here is a box of 1980 Panini Rock and Pop collection. This is a box that is in really nice shape. It's got a little bit, you can see, this doesn't look very serious at all. It's got a little bit of staining on it. Maybe you can see that. A little bit of staining on it. And a little bit of staining on the bottom. I'm not too concerned about that. It looks like it's in good shape. It smells okay, and it has really it seems pretty solid. It still has the sticker on it, the Panini sticker right there. And what's inside here is just an incredible collection of cards. The 1980 Rock and Pop set is the set that has one of the earliest Billy Joel cards in it. It's got Michael Jackson, it's got the Jacksons in there, it's got Blondie, it's got Paul McCartney, it's got Linda Ronstadt. Just a really good, great selection of cards in there. And there's really, to me, I think there's about 12 really key cards in this 144 card set. This box is a box of 150 packs. 150 packs times 3 cards each pack. And we're looking at 450 cards, which means that the math on that, I think, comes out to 3.125 of each card. If I get 3 Billy Joels in here, I will be ecstatic, because that's a big card to me. I love that Billy Joel card, and that's probably one of the motivating factors for me to get into a box like that. The Michael Jackson is a great card. Anytime I've had that Michael Jackson card and got it graded, someone found their way to get it from me. So, I mean, it's always a very marketable card. And, yeah, this is looking good here. So, as you can see up here real close, that's the Panini seal on this box right here. That is just been waiting. As you can see, that's been waiting for 44 years to be opened. And what does it say there? It says sole distributor for Australia is Sweet Ring Confectionery, and suggested price on one pack is 10 cents, and the suggested price for one album, the album that you would actually stick these into, is 50 cents. And you can see that right there. They put Debbie Harry right on the box. There's Sting on this side. Yeah, this is really outstanding. I'm really looking forward to this. And I am about to break the seal on this bad lad right now. There we go. Okay. So here we go. it's been years since I broke into a box this expensive. And let's see. Let me just cut this. There we go. The damage has been done. Oh, yes. I like how they're stacked there. And let's see what the overall condition is. Let me just pull one out of here. Oh, they're in really nice shape. Now, these are a little scrunched up here because this box is indented right here. But I don't think, because these cards, there's so much excess paper on these packs, I don't think that's going to affect anything whatsoever. So I'm going to take out a chunk of these. Yeah, these are virtually unaffected by that. So that's what, and there's, I believe there's 4 different, there is Sting, Kate Bush, Debbie Harry, Rod Stewart, and I think that's all there are on here. Just the 4 pictures right there. So I'm going to need a little space to work here, and I don't quite know how to go about opening 150 packs in any kind of timely fashion here. Also, one other thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm opening these packs carefully. Number 1, so I don't damage the cards. And number 2, so that I can actually save the wrappers in a reasonable condition so that I can pass those along to someone else. I've had good luck with these packs before by simply kind of pressing these together inward, the edge inward like this, and it creates a gap like this. And you can see these things are barely together as it is. So, yeah, you can see that doesn't take much to actually split that. You can see, let me see if I can see that there. Like, well, it's a little tougher up there. But these packs are a little, when they dry out, yeah, it does make it come apart quite easy. But, so let's see what we've got here. I don't know, like I said, exactly how I want to lay this out just yet. I'm going to put these up here. And I want to lay out some cards. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I can't believe this. We start off with a Billy Joel. Oh, man. Look at this. Look at this. That is the card I want. Now, there are a lot of great cards in this set here. I'll show you. This one's a little off center, but wow, what a great card. There's some great cards in this set here. Blondie, Debbie Harry, Paul McCartney, Stevie Wonder, Fleetwood Mac, Billy Idol, Rod Stewart, Queen, Freddie Mercury, David Bowie, Michael Jackson. There's a great Jackson's card in here. This has got me amped up that I start off with a Billy Joel here. This is sick. Let's see. Sting, Annie Lennox, Chrissy Hynde, Patti Smith, Diana Ross, Linda Ronstadt. So I'm going to put Billy up here. I don't think I'm going to take the time to sleeve him just yet. I'm going to put the real key cards up here. And then I'm going to... and see, this is... I've mentioned this before as I'm opening packs. This is my best shot at getting really high-grade cards. 9s and 10s and 8s. There's really only, I can't remember how many there are. There's a very few 10s in this set out there. I believe, and I'll correct it on the screen, but I believe out of this whole 144 card set that there are only 7 10s out there in existence. There's quite a few 9s, a handful of 9s, and then after that, everything else. So, yeah, that's, wow, I cannot believe that I just pulled a Billy Joel out of the first pack. So these things are just coming apart super easy. Linda Lewis, Freddie Mercury, and oh my gosh, is it a nice one. Look at this. There's Freddie right there. That is a great Freddie card right there. Nice centering, not perfect, but nice. There are no blemishes on the card. There's no bends on the card. Wow, this is just incredible. No scratches, just beautiful. If I have even distribution, that would be awesome because, oh, look at this. Look at, oh my gosh, is that centered? Wow, that's a crazy card there. That is so centered there. Look at Debbie Harry. Oh my gosh. That is a 9 if it's anything right there. That is a beautiful card. I'm hoping for even distribution because I'd love to get 3 Debbie Harrys, 3 Michael Jacksons, 3 Billy Joels. I would love to get even distribution across the board. Wow, we are starting off strong here. Feel free to just sit back and relax. This is kind of something that you don't really have to pay too much attention to. And here's a good Sting card here, a little off center, but there's Sting. All right, look at that. And kind of get the seed money back on this. Crystal Gale. Oh, there's a nice Elton John. Cut a little bit high. Nonetheless, left to right looks good. There's Elton John right there. Here we go. Oh, Queen, right on the front. Look at Queen. Gary Newman, and this one is the Tourists. And there is Queen right there. Just starting off really strong here. Sheila and Devotion, The Clash. And Queen again. Look at this. Little off center. There's Queen one more time. And The Clash also. So, yeah, there's a nice Clash card right there. Beautiful. Sure. Mike Oldfield, UB40. Oh, Linda Ronstadt. Boy, oh boy, that's a nice looking one too. Look at Linda Ronstadt. What a great card. And if you've been collecting music cards, or even if you've just dabbled in them, you more than likely are familiar with all of these images because these are this 1980 set. It is a well-known set of cards, and there we go. And oh, Michael Jackson, look at that. And ELO, the second half of ELO. There's the Michael card right there. One of Michael's iconic cards. UK subs, Rod Stewart, and Blondie, the top half of Blondie. Okay, so let's take a look at Rod Stewart here. First of all, well, we are looking at the perfect Rod Stewart card. Top to bottom is good. Left to right is perfect. And we are looking at a card that, as long as there's no creases or anything in it, I think we've got a winner here. I really do. I think we've got a winner there. That could be a card as high as a 9 right there. The backs are really clean. There is a little bit of staining on the outside of this box. Oh, look at this. Wow. Debbie Harry again. David Bowie. Wow. Now let's look at the Debbie Harry first. That is a really nice one. Very cool centering. There we go right there. Very cool centering on that one. I'll put her up there. And here's David Bowie. That's a perfect David Bowie. Now this is the exact same card. A few months back, 5 months ago, I sent in an order of cards to PSA for grading. And a few months ago, they sent them back to me, and they had to apologize because they lost this exact card, this David Bowie card, out of my order. They lost no other cards out of there, but it was that card that they lost out of the order. And what do we have here? We have the Bee Gees, the left half, the Nolans, which I had a ton of Nolans cards. The last time I opened packs of these, I kept getting Nolans cards. And Chrissy Hine. That's a really nice Chrissy Hine. If you check out the centering on there, that is solid right there. Beautiful. Wow. Chrissy's going up here. I'm probably going to put some of these out of range to be able to see them. So there's Kate Bush and Billy Preston and Sarita. And, oh, a nice Diana Ross. That is a beautiful card. That is really a nice one. That is gradable right there. Look at that, left, right. I mean, it is so, just a weird feeling to be pulling 44-year-old stickers out of a box, and they're perfect. I'm really happy with the condition of these. I'm not sensing any kind of problems with any of these in regard to any kind of mold or anything like that. Status quo. Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh, here's Jerry Rafferty. The second Billy Joel card. Now this one is way off center, but nonetheless, there's a Billy Joel right there. Yeah, that's way off center. But you see, even off center, a card can get a really nice grade. It can still get a 7 or 8 with centering like this, as long as the rest of the card is, really nice. Look at Billy Idol. Oh my, look at that. And this is a nice one too. Oh, and Queen and the Darts. So let's look at Billy Idol first. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Look at Billy Idol. Look at how centered that is. Look at that. That's a beautiful sticker there. That's Billy Idol there. I need 2 hands to work on this one. There we go. And here's Queen. And absolutely, this is a stunning card. Left to right, it's perfect. Top to bottom, there's Queen right there. And the surface is just incredible. Wow. That's an easy one there. Stevie Wonder right on front. Beautiful centering. Leif Garrett and the Osmonds. And let's take a look at Stevie. Look at that. Really nice. Really nice Stevie card. I think I've only had one Michael so far. Some of these in the middle, these are a little easier. Ecstasy. Paul McCartney. Kate Bush. I'm a big Paul McCartney fan. Normally a Paul McCartney card comes up, and that would be big news with me. But this is 1980, and Paul McCartney, I mean, he's already, been in the business for 16, years in the public eye by then. So these are not typically the Paul McCartney cards I'm looking for, but nonetheless, that's a great shot of him. And there's about 12 of these that are just really great. And there's about, I'd say 22, 25 of them that are just, they're worth having. So this is, let's see, Selector, the Buggles, and the Carpenters. I don't know if have we pulled the Carpenters yet? There's the Carpenters. Bit off center on this one. There we go. And too much there. Okay. Oh, there's a Linda card right on front there. And there's a nice one, a little bit off center, and a Rod Stewart. And a Ian Dury. Let's see. The card of most interest to me is this Linda. And it's a bit off center. There we go. That's the Linda. And I don't have a lot of those here so far. I know there's one over here. So that's two so far that I know of. And then Rod Stewart, he's a bit off center as well. There's Rod Stewart. Okay. And I think we've got a couple of his so far. 2 packs there. This is the top half of Fleetwood Mac there, looking good. Michael Jackson, a really nice one. Oh my gosh. And here's the captain finally to go with his Captain and Tennille. This Michael Jackson is possibly the best one I've ever had. And if you look at that, that's why I love to open packs. Comes out of there crispy. It's got great, centering is something that I'll never be able to tell when you open the pack. You never know what you're in for there, but you got a good shot at edges and corners and surface being at their best. You never know what happened before they packaged it. But there's Michael right there. I know I've got a Michael down here. So we've got at least two of those so far. Oh man, awesome. Got two Billy Joels, two Michaels. Got a couple of Debbie Harrys. Freddie Mercury. I don't know if I can't remember if I had one or two of Freddie Mercury's. Here's Kate Bush. And Billy Preston. And another Diana Ross. It's a nice one. It's a nice one. Right there, Diana Ross. I don't know where we're putting her. Oh, right up there. There's really no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing this. I'm really happy with how these wrappers are turning out so that I can turn those over and make sure I'm not. I usually just throw wrappers away. But I thought there's so many of these here I might be able to get some of my capital back on this. Bottom half of Fleetwood Mac. That's a great card. And there's there's a Billy Joel. Oh my God. Look at this one. Oh my, there's the Who under there. Look at this. Oh, that thing is beautiful. Left to right centering is really nice. That's our third one. Oh my gosh, that's a beauty. That's my best shot right there. That's gotta be a 9 or a 10, a 9 or a 10 there. Oh my gosh. Well, that's my shot at getting. There's my three Billies right there. And we have got the Who. That is the right hand side of the Who. And Patti Smith. And Status Quo. That's a real nice Patti Smith right there. There you go. Put Patti right over here. The Nolans. And Chrissie Hynde card, a very nice one. There's a nice Chrissie Hynde card right there. There's that Manhattan Transfer, the other side. Annie Lennox and Roxy Music. Look at the horizontal Annie Lennox card. And not count those because they don't want those. Linda Lewis, Freddie Mercury, yes. And Chic one more time. And there is Freddie. Oh. The breakdown of this box is unlike anything I've ever seen. The Skids, Andy Gibb, and Stevie Wonder. Little off center on Stevie there. Put it in the Stevie department. Boy, this is a lot of fun. Look at these cards. Top half of Fleetwood Mac. And look at how nice this is. Look at how nice that is. Centered left to right. That one might be one worth sending in. I'll just put in the stack right here. Oh, look at Michael. Look at Michael. And there's the captain. Michael's a little bit off center, but still, if everything else checks out, that could get as high as a 9. And I think I've got 3 Michaels sitting here. So I decided to ask I don't want to say it out loud, Alexa. Yeah, I don't want her to hear me. Last time I asked her to play their music while I was, so to get used to some of these bands you've never heard of before, it's a good thing to do. Oh, look what we've got here. We have got Billy Joel. There's the Sparks and there's the Body Snatchers, and we have an off-center Billy Joel. That is number 4. Wow. Well, I'm going to get 3.125 of every card. It sure is fortunate that the .125 was a Billy Joel so far. Got 4 Billy Joels down here. That's just incredible. 4 Billy Joels. Wow. That's crazy. Oh, the Carpenters right on front. I have tried to grade one of these Carpenter cards before, and what was really weird was they sent it back to me and said it was undersized. I don't know why that was. But anyone that's used to grading cards has experienced that before. Sad Cafe and The Who, the right-hand side of The Who. The Darts. And Queen, very nice. And Billy Idol. A really nice Billy Idol. And there is another Queen, and this is just an absolute beauty. Look at that left and right. Leo Sayer. David Bowie. Oh, what do we got here? Hold on. Oh, that's just a wrapper from previously. Okay. David Bowie and the Stranglers. And this Bowie is way miscut. Big, thick left side and kind of a thin right side there, as you can see. Dollar and Barry Manilow. Haven't seen any of his yet. That's a nice one there as far as condition. Left to right's really good on that. That's Barry Manilow. Sting. Right up front, a good one too. And there's UB40, and that is Brothers Johnson. Let's take a look at Sting. As you can see, that is a really nice one there. There you go. Put Sting here. That is UB40. Oh, Freddie. And Fleetwood Mac. All right, look at Freddie here. There we go. We're going to put that over here in our Freddie pile. We're just adding up the Freddies like a champion. I can't remember if that's 3 or 4 Freddies now. Well, there's only one thing that I'm noticeably missing, and that's a Jackson's card. And here's the Osmonds. And there's a Stevie. And there's a Leif Garrett. And this is a really nice Stevie again. Look at the margins on that. Left and right are just beautiful on that. Oh, Stevie goes over here. Boney M. Patti Smith. And that is Manhattan Transfer. Yes. This Patti Smith is miscut. Left to right. Buzzcocks. Michael Jackson. Not nicely cut ELO here. Not nicely cut on the Michael. But it's nice to have another Michael Jackson in there. You can see that one is really thin on the right. Really thin on the right. I got 4 Michaels sitting here right now. I got no Jacksons though. I don't think we've had a single Jackson card. Leo Sayer. Oh, David Bowie. A nice Bowie too. And the Stranglers. This is a pretty nice Bowie. Not perfect, but real close to perfectly centered. Real close. That's nice. Carpenters. Nice one. Sad Cafe and The Who. That's what that Carpenters looks like there. And it's at least 3 of those B.A. Robertsons now. Osmonds, I've seen plenty of those. Joe Jackson, severely cut to the right. And Donna Summer, perfectly cut. That's a perfect Donna Summer there. There you go. Jerry Rafferty, Dave Edmonds again, and Neil Diamond. We haven't had a lot of Neil Diamond. Well, as far as Neil Diamond goes, that is a really, really nice one there. It'd be nice to go through these and maybe put a set together of all the very best ones. Have like a set that would hopefully grade PSA 9 if you graded it. And Ian Dury. And this is Pretenders. And oh, there she is. Debbie Harry. Another Debbie Harry. This one's off center a bit. Move one of my Billy Joels over. How many Debbies do we have? We have at least 3. We got plenty of packs to go. Plenty of room for one more Debbie, one more Billy. Bee Gees. Oh, and the specials. And there we are. A very nice Jackson's card. There it is. That's the card that was missing. I had that card recently as a 9. And someone wanted it and gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. That card in the 9 goes for at least a couple $100. Sham 69, Annie Lennox, and Amy Stewart. This Annie Lennox is quite a bit off center, but goes over here. Matchbox, Joe Jackson, and the Police. That's a nice Joe Jackson card right there. Barry Manilow, that's only our second Barry Manilow, I believe. Oh, that's a second Paul McCartney. And the Paul McCartney is miscut a bit. There's the Barry Manilow, that's miscut a bit. The Paul McCartney's kind of miscut. Amazing, these things have been sitting there for 44 years. Okay. Another Judy Zook. Billy Idol. A little off center. And Diana Ross. A little off center. Nonetheless, every other aspect of the card is mint condition, so we'll see how this, on some of these cards that are off center, we'll see how that treats them as far as grading. And then as far as the ones that are centered, we'll see what kind of shot we got at getting the high grades. Chrissy Hine, little off center. Leif Garrett and Roxy Music. Chrissy Hine. And that is Roxy Music. And Show Waddy Waddy. And Elton John, a little bit off center for Elton there. Barry Manilow, that's our third Barry Manilow. A little off center. Paul McCartney, that's our third Paul McCartney, just a little bit off center. And Sheila in Devotion. Sheila B. Devotion. Let's see, there we go. Paul McCartney. And this one here looks like it's already coming apart. If I can get it apart. There we go. And Boney M. Patti Smith. And that's Manhattan Transfer. And there's the Patti Smith right there. And just to give you a recap of the 450 cards that I just unwrapped. 150 packs, 3 cards per pack. Every pack had 3 cards in it. There was no 4s, there was no 2s. I'm just assuming there's 150 packs here. And that means that I put some key cards up here. Some cards that I consider key cards. Cards that will most likely be the ones that I would consider grading. And I did really well on these, I think. I got 4 Michael Jacksons, 4 Billy Joels, 3 of a lot of things, 3 of the Freddie Mercurys, 3 of the Blondie, or the, not just Blondie, Debbie Harry, Elton John's, Billy Idol's, David Bowie's, and just all the good stuff. There was, and there was some really key cards in here that had just exquisite centering to them. So other than that, that's the whole shooting match here. Just opened up a very nice box of cards. Did really well with it, and I couldn't be happier. So once again, Chris, thanks a lot. Anything else you've got like this, keep me informed, because this was fun for me. So that's the break. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you next time.